Bad days don't ruin you. Bad habits do. Bad days won't ruin your life. Bad habits will. Good habits carry you forward, even when you feel empty. Some days you wake up and you already feel behind. Not because anything terrible happened, but because your mind feels heavy, your body feels tired, your energy feels low. You don't feel motivated, you don't feel excited, and you don't feel ready to deal with the world. So on days like that, your habits matter more than your feelings, because bad days are normal. Everyone has them. People have bad days because they didn't sleep well, because work is stressful, because life feels overwhelming, because money is tight, because their mind is tired from thinking too much. Bad days don't mean you're failing. They mean you're human. But here's what really hurts people long term. It's not one bad day. It's what you do after a bad day. It's the choices you repeat when life feels heavy. Because one bad day can become a bad week if you react the wrong way. One bad week can become a bad month. And one bad month can quietly become your life. That's why habits are everything. Motivation can disappear for days, sometimes weeks, but habits keep moving even when motivation is gone. Habits don't need hype. Habits don't need inspiration. Habits don't care how you feel. They just happen, and that can work against you or for you. Bad habits carry people backward. Good habits carry people forward, even on the days you feel empty. Think about the difference. A bad day hits, and someone reacts by staying in bed longer than they need to, skipping meals, eating whatever is easiest, scrolling for hours, ignoring responsibilities, avoiding the gym, and telling themselves they'll restart tomorrow. And that reaction makes sense in the moment because it feels like relief. But that relief is expensive because it doesn't fix the problem. It makes it worse. It makes you feel more behind, more guilty, more overwhelmed, more disconnected from the life you're trying to build. And then you wake up the next day feeling even heavier. That's how people get stuck. Not because they had a bad day, because they built habits that punish them when they have a bad day. I'll compare that to someone with good habits. They have a bad day and they still do something small. They still drink water. They still eat something decent. They still take a short walk. They still show up for work. They still clean up a little. They still read a page. They still do the smallest version of their routine. Not because they feel amazing, but because they've trained themselves to move forward no matter what. That's what habits do. They protect you when your emotions are unstable. They act like a safety net when your motivation is low. They keep your life from falling apart when your mind is tired. That's why habits are stronger than motivation. Motivation is emotional. Habits are automatic. Motivation depends on mood. Habits depend on repetition. And in real life, repetition wins. Because if you rely on motivation, your progress will always be unstable. You'll have good weeks, then disappear. You'll start strong, then stop. You'll improve, then fall back. But when you build strong habits, you don't need to fight yourself every day. You just follow the routine, and that routine carries you. Now let's make this practical. A lot of people think habits have to be big to matter. Think if I can't do the full workout, it doesn't count. If I can't do the full plan, it's pointless. If I can't be perfect, I might as well not try. That mindset destroys progress, because habits are not about doing the maximum. Habits are about keeping the chain alive. On bad days, your goal is not to win big. Your goal is to not fall apart. Your goal is to do the minimum that keeps you moving forward. That's the difference between people who stay consistent and people who keep restarting. Bad days don't require huge effort. Bad days require small discipline. Here's what small discipline looks like. If you can't do a full workout, do 5 minutes. You can't cook a perfect meal, eat something simple but decent. If you can't focus for hours, focus for 10 minutes. If your mind feels overwhelmed, clean one thing. If you feel anxious, take a walk for a few minutes. If you feel lost, write down one priority. One. Because one small action is still movement. And movement keeps you from falling into the trap. The trap is doing nothing. The trap is escaping all day. The trap is postponing your life until you feel better. Because here's the hard truth. You'll not always feel better before you take action. Sometimes you feel better because you took action. This is important. Action often comes before motivation. You don't get motivated and then move. You move and motivation slowly comes back. That's why habits matter. Habits create action, even when you don't feel like it. And action creates momentum. Now let's talk about why bad habits are so dangerous. Bad habits don't show up as one huge mistake. They show up as small decisions repeated, scrolling for another hour, ordering takeout again, skipping one more workout, avoiding the hard conversation, spending money you said you wouldn't spend, staying up too late again, saying I'll start tomorrow again. And those choices are easy in the moment. That's why they become habits. But the cost shows up later. The cost is stress. The cost is regret. The cost is feeling stuck. The cost is becoming someone you don't respect. Good habits are the opposite. Good habits don't always feel good right away. They feel boring. They feel normal. They feel small. But they pay you back later. They pay you back with energy. They pay you back with confidence. They pay you back with stability. They pay you back with progress you can actually keep. That's why building good habits is one of the most important things you can do for your future. Because habits don't just help you on good days. They save you on bad days. They keep you from falling too far. They help you recover faster. They stop your emotions from controlling your entire life. And this matters because bad days will come. Nobody is immune. You will have days where you feel tired, days where you feel unmotivated, days where life hits you, days where you feel like you're doing everything and still not getting results. Those days are part of life. But bad days don't get to decide your future. Your habits decide your future. So if you want your life to move forward, you need habits that push you forward. Even when you feel empty. Even when you don't feel strong. Even when you don't feel like showing up. Now here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop asking, what do I feel like doing today? Start asking, what would a disciplined person do today? Not a perfect person. A disciplined person. A person who does the basics even on bad days. A person who doesn't disappear. A person who keeps the promise. Because the goal is not to have a perfect life. The goal is to have a stable life. A life where you don't fall apart every time you feel low. Stability comes from habits. So if you're in a bad day right now, let this be your reminder. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You don't need to feel motivated. You don't need a huge breakthrough. You just need one good habit, one small move, one choice that keeps you going. Drink water, eat something decent. Move your body for 5 minutes. Do one task. Clean one area. Write down one priority. Then go again tomorrow. Because the people who win in life aren't the people who never have bad days. They're the people who have habits that carry them through bad days. Bad days don't ruin you. Bad habits do. So build habits that protect you. Build habits that move you forward. Build habits that keep you in the game. Even when you feel empty. If this message helped you, take a second to reflect. What's one habit you need to build that would protect you on your worst days? And if you want more calm, real motivation for modern life, subscribe and stay with FrameUS. Keep showing up. Your habits will carry you forward.